We are so back. If this is your first time watching Soul Therapy, welcome to the community. I'm all about sneakers and thrift finds. And today's video isn't going to be any different. We're hitting up a bunch of village discount outlets in hopes of finding something dope. The first thing we found was this old pair of Kobe's. Unfortunately not my size, so not much I could do with them, but rest in peace to the Mamba. His work ethic has been incredibly inspirational to me and my older brother. I still find myself watching old highlight clips of him. Also, check out these Asics that we found. They look just like the gel Keanos that everyone is wearing nowadays. Like seriously, if you go into a high school, all you see is New Balance models and gel Keanos. Back in my day, it was Roshi's and it was Nike KD basketball shoes. Times have definitely changed as I've acquired Unk status. They had this Champion Monopoly hoodie, but honestly, I am not buying that property for $20. They're taxing. I'm passing on that shit. I don't care. Send me to jail. They had these sweatpants with that nice baggy fit for only $7, but I am very cautious when it comes to buying secondhand sweatpants because I know y'all be walking around with swamp ass, and honestly, I don't want anything to do with it. Check out this sweater though. I was just looking like a snack. The second sweater though, nah, I was looking like straight Gramps, and not like the attractive old Gramps, just like Gramps. They had these red Cortezes, size 14, huge ass feet. Who the hell is stomping around in size 14s around here? They also had some cool vintage collectibles back there, but there was no way for me to ask anyone since no one was there, so I up and left. On to the next location, and if you haven't subscribed yet, why are you tweaking? Join the community. We have a free Discord that I'll link down below where we talk about new shoe releases and some cool thrift finds. We are still looking for our first pickup of the day, but something tells me that we're gonna find some good stuff here. Right off the bat, some dope tees, and this Space Jam A New Legacy t-shirt that reminded me how bad Space Jam 2 was. They were talking about making that movie since like 2010, 2011, and when it finally came out, I believe in 2020, it was a huge disgrace. I love seeing some of the obscure Jordan models that you come across at the thrift, cause to be honest, growing up, I had a lot of those obscure models and some of them bring back really fun memories. I had the Spizikes, I had this weird Jordan 5 Fusion. If I can find a picture of it, I'll throw it up on the screen. I had literally all the weird shit you could think of. You see, growing up, my dad would frequent Marshalls, and you could find all that Jordan Fusion goodness there for really cheap prices. And I guess he figured I'd look pretty cool wearing something that at least had the Jordan brand on it. But to be honest, it really didn't matter. I was kind of an ugly kid, so I was not getting any play regardless. Speaking of Gramps, I looked phenomenal in this sweater. I don't know why I didn't buy it, because that's definitely some shit I'd wear like 30 years from now. And check out this Pepper, bro is tweaking off something crazy. I want what he's having. And I typically don't hate, but this gotta be the cheapest, lamest clothing brand I've ever seen. Like, it had the puff print style, but there literally was no puff print at all. On the other hand, this Starve Rock hoodie was something special. I was loving the color and the minimalistic design to it. Had to cop this, and I think it was only like $5. They also had this cool tapestry dress shirt, and looking back at it, I should have copped it. That's a unique piece that I really don't have nothing like in my closet. I just thought I couldn't pull it off, but hey, I gotta remind myself I'm me. I can pull literally anything off. And man, oh man, does it hurt to look at these grail walls. They had so many cool tees, but most of them were priced over $100. And we not having that. I go to the thrift to save myself some money, not put myself in deeper debt. But come on, this Metal Gear Solid shirt and this Carhartt jacket, the temptations were too strong. But look at these rips. Who the hell manhandled this Carhartt jacket? It's like someone actually used it to work, and that is unacceptable. Alright, next location. I even gave y'all the address, so nobody better be complaining down in the comments that I'm gatekeeping. Even though low-key, this is probably the worst location. They be taxing like crazy here. But that's fine, I'm sure we'll still find something decent. I did find these Mickey t-shirts. The second one was actually really fire. I ended up committing sin and buying a White Sox t-shirt. The person on the t-shirt, who I believe is supposed to be Paul Canarco, looks a lot like my older brother, so I had to buy it. They had this little Thomas the Train little thing, that shit was fire. Bad Boy jersey, pretty sure this is supposed to be Biggie Smalls. and I was ecstatic to see some metallic 5s, but they had them priced at $98 and they were a size 10.5, and that's an automatic no for me. However, they did have these Nike Dunk Low SBs. I believe this is the City of Love light bone colorway for 38 bucks, size 14, big size, but at the price I think it's worth it, so I ended up copying it. Definitely going to be selling it on my Depop. But on the topic of metallic 5s, they're returning next month, I believe. I'm super excited. I haven't bought a brand new shoe in a minute. So stay tuned for a review of those. Jordan Brand just might be cooking this year. Speaking of cooking, I found this pair of Yeezy 350 Pirate Blacks. This is the V1 350, so it's not as comfortable. I have no idea if these are real or not. I've gotten good to the point where I can spot fake J's pretty consistently, but when it comes to Yeezys, that's a whole new territory, and honestly, I couldn't be bothered that much. I don't see that working with my aesthetic anyways. This thrift store is actually really cool though. They have a huge selection of clothes here, and they don't seem to be taxing too hard. I love that Cubs sweater. I believe they gave it away as a freebie for one of the games. I wish I would have gone to it because I'm not paying up for that piece. But check out this Blackhawks jacket. They only wanted $10 for it, an absolute steal. I have a Bulls jacket that's basically the same thing, so I didn't cop for me, but for someone who picked that up, you just got a bargain. Their grail wall was nothing too crazy, some cool vintage tees and some bootleg Gucci. But then I came across a fried chicken sandwich. I saw this on the way walking over, and you know I had to give it a try, and man, oh man, was I glad I did. The spot is called The Roost, located in Roscoe Village. I went with a spicy chicken biscuit sandwich. It was phenomenal. I wish I would have gone for a hotter spice level though. And then our next thrift stop is the Village Discount Outlet located on Milwaukee. I've been here plenty of times, so I'm not expecting the greatest, but let's see if we find something cool. And what the fuck are these prices? Oh my god, they are taxing for absolute mid. That's kind of the theme of this place. Like, I was not finding anything here. And I like to show off these moments to show you that thrifting ain't all glamorous. You're gonna go into some stores and find absolute junk at prices that are absurd. But stuff like this make it worthwhile. It was super cool seeing that old SNES. And they had this DSi priced at $38, and honestly, I'm so nostalgic for the DS. I had to cop it. I can easily mod that thing and throw a bunch of games on it, which I already have done. What can I say? If I see a Nintendo DS, I have to cop it. Since it's been a while, I got some bonus thrift stops for y'all. First up is Goodwill. This one is located on the West Loop of Chicago, and I consistently find really cool shoes here. These black gazelles were in pretty good shape for $16, and these Nike Dunk Highs were not in good shape at all, but they were pretty cheap and a cool colorway. And I was tempted by these Nike sweatpants, but as you can see, they were so dirty. They had this pair of Jordan 1 Highs. They wanted $18 for these, and they were absolutely cooked, but not the worst colorway that I've seen. They also had some Chris Paul Jordan shoes, and I can't even tell you how long it's been since I've seen one of those. What do y'all think? You think I can rock that Looney Tunes jacket? Also, check out Ghost Recon 2. I remember randomly having that game on Xbox 360 and really fucking with it. You see, growing up, I played a lot of Black Ops 2, and that was a nice change of pace. And as you can see, they had some Yeezy 350s, but they were absolutely cooked. And I forgot to record a transition, but this is the local family thrift located on Cermak near the Lower West Side of Chicago. Looks like we have a Linus Tech Tips in this motherfucker because there was a whole desktop fan. Got this nice Iowa and Elvis t-shirt. I'm in love with your body. Hoodie tour shit. And this Bart and Lana Del Rey t-shirt that definitely reminded me of some mentally unstable Latinas I used to talk to. Liquid Death hoodie, actually pretty raw as fuck. I love the quality of the hoodie and the print wasn't bad. We got some more emo tees, and this Peanuts tee, actually kind of fire. Hold up, they were cooking. They had some pretty nice washes when it came to jeans, and they had these really faded camo pants that weren't half bad. There was this North Face zip-up hoodie that was a little too tight, so afterwards I'm headed straight to the gym. This Last Dance t-shirt was so abysmal. I mean, the quality was insanely bad, but this Complex t-shirt was pretty cool, even though it was a size small. No comments on this t-shirt at all. I found a pair of Currys, and just Currys are not what they used to be. And look at those KDs, them things were on life support. However, there was a lot of stuff in the cart, so let's try it on. First of all, Georgetown t-shirt, too tight. This Nike blue t-shirt wasn't half bad. I don't know, I don't really like wearing branded stuff that much anymore, so I had to pass on this, even though it did have a pretty nice crop fit. To be honest, the other pieces were kinda so-so, but if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more Soul Therapy, putting in a lot of effort into this, so I'll see ya in the next one.